Good morning, friends. Yesterday I have discussed about the psychology of industrial psychology and impact on our environment. So today we are going to discuss about the eliminate of unnecessary fatigue, because of this is also depend on psychology, and this is both are a combined to depend one hand and other's hand. So guys, today we have tried to understood and unnecessary fatigue. What is the unnecessary fatigue and how to eliminate that, how to reduce that? Eliminate not nothing. We cannot eliminate fatigues because of it is not possible. If you are standing on the earth, if you are sitting on chair, if you are sitting on movie, watching for movie, every times fatigue is there. So as we know that involve of fatigue, totally eliminations is not possible. This is understood that, and only it can be reduced caused by reduce the fatigue caused by unfavorable working method and conditions of work, as is known as unnecessary. So the type of fatigues we can reduce and avoid it in our working period, in our familiars. If you are going to anywhere to reduce, how can reduce that? Suppose that simple examples would like to share you. Suppose that your children's watching mobile phone. If continuous watching mobile phones, then that the children's may be fatigued because of continuous eye contact with mobile phone, and there is need, you know, that colors is there and impact on health. That maybe you see that also. It seems that if you are watching the mobile phone in nights, then automatically your eye may be fatigued because of this is continuous contractions with the photo and video, that maybe that causes fatigue. So this is not possible to you cannot watch the mobile. You have to avoid the mobile, but you need in your life. Mobile is very important nowadays. You know that without mobile phones, without watchings, without every time someone's watching the phone, immediate every 2 minutes 3 minutes check the phone, who is messages, who is immediate some urgent message. So there is nothing but humans behaviors, that calls human behavior. Some peoples in entire many peoples not interest to mobiles, only for usable which are need to be required to use of mobile phone. Somebody watching movie, watching the PUBG, so this can be fatigue, region of fatigue. So how can reduce that? So we have discussed about the influence. First we have discussed, as you know, that if you are working in construction industry and any industry area, so first importance of influence of working hours. This is very this is very important for fatigues because of working overworking hours. You know that if you are any many industry and organizations, there is time and table schedule. If you are working in constructions company, there is 12 hours, 11 hours is limitation on strict timing. This is a fact. We are going to say we are working hours 8 hours, but nothing happens. Every each each and every organizations, many organizations, and timing schedule is strict 12-10 hours, because of know that if it is not possible to 8 hours target and grow company, so that calls overtime. So as what influence of first influence of working hours very important, because of workers working more than 8 hours, more than 10 hours, more than after 8 hours, 10 hours, some people in our country working approx 18 hours, 19 hours per day. You know that what is the reason? Because of reason is there mentions, they are belong from poor family. So this is this calls a very means examples for unnecessary fatigue, that main cause of that fatigues. So guys, how to avoid that, how to reduce that? As government make a rule, if any persons, any workers working in any industry and any sectors, there is only for 8 hours working period is mentioned as per app, only for 8 hours per day, and every week 40 to 42 hours must be completed. No work allowed after the 15-16 hours. If you have to necessary, if you have to some urgent, some emergency, some concreting work, some emergency cases, then the employer must be come off leave instead of the extra, like the Sunday, like the overtime. If you are going to overtime, then wages will be double, means wages should be doubles given by the employer. So this is a control system of working hour. So how to avoid the working hours, how to reduce the working hour in industry, depend of employer, depend on management. So we have to try them. If workers deployments at your constructions industry, suppose that 10 people working start the working hours at 8 a.m. and that person's working midnight 8 p.m. and after that the person's working 10 hours at 10 p.m. then you know that there may be capacity, might be capacity decrease to work, so that times chance to happen any mishap, any accidents at your workplace. So as a safety professional, you have to maintain that record only for 8 to 10 hours working period. As a construction, as a government rules, only 8 hours. But if you have deployments of workers, then make a register, wage register and overtime register, and avoid that the persons again back to come back on duty, then you can avoid it. This is first reason, influence of working hour of work. Influence of rest pause. This is a very important things. If you are continuous working in construction industry, in any sectors, limitations of work is there mentioned. If persons working continue 80 minutes, means 1 hour 20 minutes continue working in our organizations and any workplace, there is criteria is within 5 minutes, at least 5 minutes must be take a break. If workers working continuous 4 hours, must be 30 minutes must be 30 minutes rest. So this is a controls measure. This is called, this is written in act, so compensations act. So guys, as a research, after the research of engineers, then how workers, how to persons, how to people fatigue due to that reason. So we have to maintain the record, we have to instruct, we should train them all workers, train them all employers and workers, male, females, to minimum at least 80 minutes, minimum 5 minutes rest must be take. So second thing is there mentioned. So guys, third is there how to eliminate the unnecessary fatigue. Third is there mentions influence of illumination. Illumination is a most part of fatigue due to, if you are working in industry, there is maybe lot of problems lighting system. So there is cost problems, there is a behavior problem, there is organization factors, there is some financial issue, there may be a resources issue. So that times we have to face that type of problem. Poor illuminations, influence of illumination. So this is main reason of work. If you are working continuous in poor illuminations, that may be reason of fatigues. Because of, if you are reading a book in insufficient illuminations, insufficient lighting arrangement, that may be your eye contact and your pressurized to watch the book. So guys, illuminations is a most important part if you are going to work in construction industry, because of, you know, that if you are doing the concreting work, pouring work, that times need to be proper lighting system. Because of pressurize your eye, then you can watch that. So this is a region of fatigue. So we have to maintain the lighting systems as defined by the electricity rules, electricity act. There is defined if access area minimum 30 lux meters illuminations must be provided, and if you are going to working area, minimum 50 lux must be required. If you are going to a small work, suppose that shuttering work, suppose that yard work, suppose that some small work, there must be 100 lux meter lighting, and 200 lux lightings if you are going to carpentry work, shuttering work. Because of nailing work, if you are going to killing works, that time must be 200 lux required for a sufficient work. Because of hammering on killing, that times maybe happens some any incidents. So influence of illumination. So guys, we have to avoid that. We should avoid that types of fatigues. Because of fatigue of workers, and then maybe your impact on productivity, quality, and others, those things. And also risk perceptions will be high if you are taking safety, if point of view safety. So this is very important for you if you are working in construction industry and working a safety professional. So guys, this is understood that, and that can very helpful to you to make a good health environment safety and good health safety cultures at your workplace. Next point is there mentioned eliminations of unnecessary effort. Unnecessary effort means some examples I will share with you. Because of one bucket, suppose that I have observed that one tower can one accidents, one incident, and one situation share with you. One in back to 2014, approx back in 3 years back, we have observed that our tower cranes will be malfunctioning, which are movable tower crane. That time malfunctioning, that time one important work is there pending due to malfunctioning of tower cranes. Very important, because of there is concreting work in progress, there is must be liftings required by the tower cranes. At that times motors not working, motor was is not working conditions, that times we have to observe that 10 people comes, 10 employees will become, and there is required to move the tower cranes which are movable because of motors will be um, stopped. That times some persons comes and ask me what is the I will go to some manually handling the tower cranes because I have observed that this is not possible, but someone will, oh, this is possible, I will try to, we will try to, there is, if any safety point of view, we have to take safety measures. But I since that persons try to move, this is not possible. So you know that tower crane is very heavy, but some persons, 10 people trying to, they have tried to move, but there is no move of tower cranes. So guys, that causes unnecessary effort. If you are not, if you are so that this is not possible, so guys, unnecessary effort, don't make unnecessary effort for anything. That call unnecessary fatigue, unnecessary your time waste, unnecessary some mishap, maybe consequences. So guys, this is a part of how to reduce the fatigues. So next is influence of speed. Speed is a very important part. If you are observed that if you are working in industry, there may be huge of power tools, rotating parts. Suppose that machinery, suppose that tower canal, suppose that other thing, cutting, bending machine, grinding machine, in braking machine. So that those all things means a very risk, perceptions of risk will be high because of the human behavior. If you are a rotating party over speed, that may be chance of fatigue because of, if you are using of tower crane speedily, then influence of speed is in most part of fatigue workers and our thing, because you know that one example share with you, because if you are riding of a bike, if you are driving a car, then speed more than 120 kilometers per kilometers and speed 80 kilometers per minute, who drivers first fatigue because of who, those people riding 120 kilometers, because of eye contact is very important, because 120 kilometer speeds of bike, then I was continuous on road. If you are driving 80 kilometers, 40 kilometers, maybe you can check the, you can see the other things. So guys, this is reason of fatigues due to over speed and influence of speed of work and machinery and power tools and other things. So guys, this is a importance for you to avoid unnecessary fatigue at your workplace. Effect of noise and vibrations. What is the affected noise and vibration? If you are continuous surrounding the vibrations area, you are frustrations, you are very angry and frustrations due to directly impact on your lungs systems and your minds, your brains. So guys, you have to how to reduce that, because if you are huge of machinery, we cannot avoid it, but we can reduce the noise levels because of surrounding the area. We can code off barricades and some facing systems, because of if you are using of DG, first you know that we are using of DG only, but today nowadays DG is isolated. Zero emanations, zero sounds means limitations of below the limitations DG we are using. So if noisy area, then you can remove, you can make some surrounding the how to barricade, how to protect them. Second thing, PPE controls measures. We can use of ear plug, ear muff. If you are going to using of braking machines, then you can ear muff, because of that capacity is 30 approx 60,000 hertz, I think, and 30 hertz of ear plugs. So we can prefer to use of personal protective equipments and avoid the fatigues, because of this is a human behavior that calls that calls human behavior. So must we take safety? Must we take actions avoid the fatigue? I personal life and more training awareness given to workers. There may be help for you and all those workers, those people working in your organization. Next is there may humidity. Humidity is importance for, suppose that today it is rainy seasons and summer season and winter seasons. There are all seasons we have to face that problem because it is rainy season. So how to fatigue? Because of we are going to riding bike 40 kilometers. That times I have I am suffering and I am going to rainy season. So that may be chance to fatigue because of everybody body temperatures will be down. If you are working in 40 degrees Celsius summer seasons, that may be heat stroke, maybe continuous working. There may be chance of unconscious and maybe dehydration. So guys, this is a humidity. How to avoid that? So if you are more than 35 degrees Celsius, we can avoid it. We can how to avoid, how to change the process. So this is a monotony and boredom because lack of knowledge, lack of interest. This is also importance for monotony and boredom, means boring the persons. If continuous working, continuous bore of interest, lack of interest, not interested persons boring on continuous job. So this is a root cause of fatigue. So guys, how can avoid it? You think and you have to make a plan to improvements and reduce the fatigue and productivity, increase the productivity, increase the your safety levels. Thanks guys watching my video.